Look outside right now. If your lawn is yellowing at the tips, thinning in patches, going straw-colored in the heat, or just generally looking like it gave up somewhere around the third week of July, I need you to watch this entire video, because what I'm about to show you is not a fertilizer. It's not a fungicide. It's not an aeration trick or a watering schedule adjustment. It's a $2 liquid that most homeowners have never heard of. And it is the single most overlooked step in summer lawn recovery. Not because it doesn't work, it works dramatically. But because it costs almost nothing to manufacture, it fits in a bottle the size of a coffee creamer, and there is no lawn care company on earth that can build a profitable product line around selling you something this cheap and this simple, so they don't talk about it, and your lawn keeps dying every August while you spend $40 on bags of fertilizer that don't fix the actual problem. I'm going to fix that today. Before I get into it, if this is your first time on this channel, hit that like button right now and subscribe to Lost Tech Vault. Every video here is built around the same idea. Find what actually works, figure out why the industry isn't selling it to you, and give you the information straight. No sponsors, no product deals, no affiliate links, just the stuff that saves you money. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next week. Now, let's talk about what is actually happening to your lawn in summer. Because most people misdiagnose this completely, and that's why they buy the wrong product and wonder why nothing changes. When your lawn starts looking rough in July and August, the instinct is to blame heat, or drought, or poor soil. And yes, those things contribute, but there's a more specific, more fixable problem happening at the root level that almost nobody talks about. It's called hydrophobic soil. Here's what happens. As summer progresses and your soil dries out through repeated heat cycles, the organic matter near the soil surface, decomposed thatch, root residue, microbial byproducts, starts to coat individual soil particles with a thin, waxy film. This film is hydrophobic. It repels water, and this is the part that will change how you think about summer lawn care forever. When soil goes hydrophobic, water stops penetrating. Not partially, not slowly, it literally beads up on the surface and runs off sideways. You can run your sprinklers for an hour and the top 2 inches of soil look wet, but go down 3 inches and it's bone dry. Your grass roots are sitting in a drought even while you're watering. The water never reaches them. Your grass isn't dying because you're not watering enough. Your grass is dying because the water isn't getting where it needs to go, and no amount of extra watering fixes that. You can drown the surface while the roots beneath it desiccate completely. This is why the lawn down the street that gets half the water yours does looks perfectly fine in August. The soil structure is different. The water is actually penetrating. The fix is a soil surfactant, specifically a wetting agent. Wetting agents are compounds that reduce the surface tension of water. When you add them to your irrigation or apply them as a spray, they break down the hydrophobic film coating your soil particles. Water that was beading up and running off suddenly penetrates. Deeply, evenly, completely. Roots that have been essentially in drought conditions get water for the first time in weeks, and the response from your grass is visible within days. This technology is not new. Golf course superintendents have been using wetting agents on greens and fairways for over 40 years. It's considered standard maintenance in professional turf management. The question of whether it works is not even a discussion in that world. In the consumer lawn care world, it barely gets mentioned, because the product that does this costs almost nothing per application. A concentrate bottle costs $10 to $15 and treats a lawn of 5,000 square feet 6 to 8 times. We're talking $1.50 to $2 per application. There's no margin, no repeat purchase cycle, no reason to put it on a shelf next to the $45 fertilizer with the green and gold bag. The specific product to look for is any liquid concentrate labeled as a soil wetting agent or lawn surfactant. You will also see them sold under names like Hydrotain, Revive, or simply Wetting Agent Concentrate at garden centers. The active chemistry in most of them is similar, alkyl polyglucosides or similar non-ionic surfactant compounds. They do the same thing at slightly different concentration levels. Buy the cheapest concentrate that has a clear dilution ratio on the label. Now here is the application. Because the ratio and the method matter, mix 1 to 2 ounces of concentrate per gallon of water. Most labels specify this, but the general rule is less concentrate, more water volume to carry it deep. A dilute solution penetrating deeply does more work than a concentrated solution sitting on the surface. You want this to move through the soil profile, not pool in the top half inch. Apply with a pump sprayer or a hose end sprayer set to the correct dilution. Cover the lawn evenly. Do not rush. You want even, complete coverage, not soaking wet, just thoroughly coated. Here is the critical step that determines whether this works or wastes your time. Immediately after applying the wetting agent, within 15 to 20 minutes, water your lawn. Deeply. Run your sprinklers for 30 to 45 minutes, or put down at least 3/4 of an inch of water. The wetting agent has now broken the surface tension and unlocked the soil. This is your window. This is when the water will actually penetrate to root depth. If you apply the wetting agent and then do not water, you have done half the job and skipped the part that matters. Do this in the early morning, never at midday in summer heat. The soil surface is cooler, the water will penetrate rather than immediately evaporate, and your grass has the entire day to begin its recovery response. Within 48 to 72 hours, here's what you'll notice. The areas that looked straw yellow and crispy will start to show colour returning at the base of the blades. Not the tips of dead grass blades don't come back, but at the crown, at the growing point, you'll see green pushing through. The grass isn't dead, it was dormant and dehydrated. Give the root zone actual water access and it responds almost immediately. By day 7, lawns that look genuinely lost are visibly recovering in most cases. Not perfect, not lush, but alive, green at the base, and actively growing again. One application gets most lawns through a heat crisis. For lawns that have been struggling for more than 3 or 4 weeks, a second application, 10 days after the first, accelerates recovery significantly. In severe summers, a monthly application through July and August keeps the soil structure from going hydrophobic in the first place, which is the smarter strategy if you know your region runs hot and dry. Let me be direct about one limitation. If your grass is actually dead, not dormant, not stressed, but dead, wetting agent won't resurrect it. Grass that's been in extreme drought without any water for 6 or more weeks, or grass killed by disease or grub damage, needs overseeding after recovery. Wetting agent fixes a water penetration problem. It cannot fix a soil that has no living grass crowns left to feed. But here's the thing, most summer lawns that look dead are not dead, they're dormant. Grass is extraordinarily resilient. It shuts down, goes brown, and waits for conditions to improve. It can stay dormant for weeks. The crowns are alive at the soil surface even when every blade above them looks completely finished. Give those crowns water that actually reaches them, and they wake up. Wake up? $2 of wetting agent and a proper deep watering is often the entire difference between a lawn that recovers and a lawn that gets written off and reseeded in September at $60 worth of grass seed. That math is why nobody sells you the wetting agent. Subscribe to Lost Tech Vault. Next week I'm covering the one mowing adjustment that doubles the drought resistance of any cool season lawn. No products, no cost, just one change to how you cut. You're going to want that one. See you next week.